relate to most of the characters in there. Reminds me why I don't go out in Hollywood anymore. But how do you feel like it's going to be received by the rest of the country, the rest of the world, you know, that kind of thing? Like, I mean, it is very Hollywood.
Well, the thing is that's to be determined. But I have a friend of mine, Tom, who at the end plays the director, who in the beginning he's the one who's giving her. He's that's his voice that you hear when she's in front of the camera. So here we see Tom at the end. It's kind of a food chain in Hollywood where there's all these everyone's eating up each other, and then Tom. He pretty much summed it up the best. This is not a love letter to Hollywood, but it is very Hollywood. You know? And it shows you see a lot of films about Hollywood, like the Britney Spears type of Hollywood, the glamorous Hollywood. We see there's all kinds of films like this. This film, what makes this a little separate is that it's like those who haven't made it, which is probably about 98% of the city. Of those who are trying to make it in Hollywood, So.
I can add to that with the private screening that I had in Chicago. It was basically everybody relates on the humanistic aspect of it, because outside of this community, people have those ideas that you can't make it. That's why a lot of people don't come out and make that drive. So it's very realistic for them. They get to see a side of that, but that at the same time they know that it's not all glitz and glamour, and they also know it's not all, depression and you can't make it. It's very balanced. It's very rational.
Also, at the time, I was hanging out with David, and people know David. He had some fame and notoriety from his reality TV days, And in no way is Tamlin's character based off of him. I mean, David's a real nice, bubbly, and jovial type of guy, but I wanted someone really dark. So that's another.
That's how it happens. Any other questions?
I have a question. Tonight, you're a producer on this film as well as an actor in the film. Why? Why did you choose, or how did that come about, and what was that in the States we say process, right?
Right.
What was that process like?
Okay, so the question is, how did it come about that I ended up being a producer and an actress? Well, Eric asked me to be actually in his previous film, Match, which I was interested in, but I'm a union actor and it wasn't union.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to see if I could help get that film union, but it was too late. And we kind of made a pact that the next film I would come on as a producer, and that would be part of my role, to create a film that I actually could be in, and then I would act in it. So, I mean, that's the short answer of how that happened.
So were you instrumental in the development of the storyline?
Her character, definitely.
Okay.
My character, yeah.
But the thing is, before the film was, there's some insight. I don't know how public she wants to make this, but there was some inspiration behind her character that she.
I had some experience
that way before this movie was even in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Some stories that she had told me about homeless people coming out here and being homeless, and then I started asking around, and there seems to be almost, I don't want to say normal, but it does happen a lot.
Well, when you screened, I know that when you screened it when we were in Utah, that someone in the group said that he knew someone that lived in his car for 2 or 3 years and saved money to buy a house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It does seem to be kind of common that actors will do this.
Well, as we all know, it's as they say, Hollywood will eat you up if you don't. You gotta work, and the rent, for the amount of rent that we pay here, we can own a 3-bedroom house in Texas or any any other state. So it's the high cost of living here, and if these people, they're being irresponsible and hanging out late at night and sleeping until 2 in the next afternoon, not working, But this is their dream. That's type of that's what predicament they put themselves in.
So what's next? Are you going to spend time marketing this film, or are you going to work on another one?
Well,
or both at the same time?
Well, But with this film, we're gonna start marketing it out now.
Yeah.
Tania's happy finally, which is give her credit, and also earlier she said that she knew that I would get the film done, whereas I know that she would help, and she would put all her effort into getting this film out there, and we're all here because of her, and so that's why I know that she would be a good producer.
Yeah, we're talking to people about promoting, and we're looking at festivals and that kind of thing. But Eric's also working on other things.
And in the like I said, last year I finished a film called Jealous, and tonight has nothing to do with that film. Brandon has a cameo, and so then I'm going to do another project later this year. So I'm still moving, chugging along. So.
John.
So are you guys done with the film, or is there more tweaking to be done?
Well, now that I see I think there are some things that I see that need to be done. So.
I would say that hopefully I'm done, because there were 3 different times where he would call me back 2 months later, and I had to regrow the facial hair to do another 2-minute scene. So hopefully I don't have to.
Yeah, probably no more shooting.
Yeah, just like some technical stuff.
Little things. Anything else?
It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
All right. Well, thanks
All
for
right.
everyone coming.
Thank you
in.
again so much.
How long did it take you to grow the facial hair? Just as a side note.
About 3 weeks.
Really? Just with the shaving? How'd you shave that? I'm just curious. I've seen a beard growing myself. I'm just curious what tools you use.
In like 3 weeks, I would grow the whole thing.
Yeah, and then you shave it down.
And then I get an electric razor and like draw the line.
Would you actually draw a line?
Well, just like shave the line and then get the regular razor and shave off.
Also,
Yeah. Because that's not easy, man. I've effed up my facial hair a lot where I just have a gouge.
I was always worried that I get one side wrong. And have to do
Yeah.
something, but
Also,
I was-
his unfinished tattoo in the movie that
They drew
on
my
his
back.
We need a Sharpie.
I got ink
That's
poisoning and
awesome.
he drew it on.
It's awesome.
If you want to hang out, I think there's more refreshments and stuff. We can do that.
That was crazy fucking facial hair, man.
He told me